Just and just wave your arms around, having fun with the clown. Bend over and show off your butt. You'll just be wondering what is what. Come on,
Everybody!
it's time to party.
Everybody!
Don't just stand around and let any game get you down. Now, jump! Hey, what's that? The wave! The wave! The wave! The wave! Wait, what? Ah! Up and down, you've got to try to touch the very sky!
Everybody!
And if you still cannot play, just dance all your cares away! Dance! 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 Free! Free! Free!
Sonic Free Riders!
Hold your hands out in front of you.
Woo! What a party! What's that? It's a little loud? Alright, well, let me just turn it down a little bit. Right here. Alright. Have you ever seen a piece of media that can be both infamous, yet at the same time find itself in the realm of no interest? Typically, when it comes to media seen as rather bad, people tend to flock to it in the hopes of getting entertaining kicks out of it, while praised media gets so praised that people forget what made it so popular to begin with. There's a game that's been on my eye for quite a while, but I haven't gotten to it yet because of a much larger project that's been in the works during that time. Also because I really want to increase my portfolio for video editing, and I believe that I'll be able to get this video out sooner than the other projects, so... The game that comes to mind, stemming from a franchise where the games are heavily debated all the time in terms of quality, is a little ditty called Sonic Free Riders. It's the third and currently final installment in the Sonic Riders series, where it started in 2006 with the first installment and was bi-yearly until the aforementioned Sonic Free Riders. When I said heavily debated, I'm not joking either. There has been heavy debates when it comes to almost every entry in the series.
Secret Rings might be the least enjoyable game I have ever played next to Superman 64, so for that to have beaten any of those games is a travesty, and those critics should be ashamed.
With games that started off in well regards, such as Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and even Sonic CD have garnered harsher criticism over the years, whereas games such as Sonic Unleashed and even the first Riders game, two games that weren't lighting the world on fire with critics, to say the least, started to receive more appreciation over time.
Overall, it's fair to say that Sonic Unleashed was a misunderstood entry for the franchise that until recently, a lot more people seem to finally be coming around to. If you were hesitant before, try out Sonic Unleashed for yourself, because the difference between watching and playing is night and day.
And Sonic Riders was fun as hell. Or hey, Sega, if you don't want to make a whole new Sonic Riders game, I understand, you're a busy guy, you got a lot on your plate, but if you could just remaster the original one, throw on some online multiplayer, slap it on a Switch, I would be the only one to buy it, but I would love you forever.
This one goes out to all my Sonic Rider fans out there.
Nobody wanna play Sonic Riders, but it don't matter, no, cause it's still hot, babe. Nobody wanna play Sonic Riders, but it don't matter, no, cause we gon' ride. Oh yeah, we gon' grind. Believe we gon' cry. cry 'cause this game is dead.
Even the infamously regarded 2006 game, simply titled Sonic the Hedgehog, has its fans crafting their own remake of the game. Sonic Freeriders, on the other hand, has never received much appreciation, and I don't see it getting much in the future unless it gets a better system for hands-free motion controls. You see, Sonic Freeriders works on a system called the Kinect, a hands-free motion control system where the player controls the action on screen by performing gestures that correspond to what a particular game is asking of you. Despite its actual good uses in the medical field, the Kinect system is often looked down upon with gamers, with a combination of being both a bad attempt on Microsoft's part to attract a more younger and casual crowd, and the Kinect's hit-or-miss controls.
Because honestly, that was an issue with the Kinect itself, and not just the game. All Kinect games sucked.
Number 9, Project Milo and the Kinect. Speaking of Kinect, very rarely has an entire console or peripheral been sold on such a shaky foundation of truth. Such was the case with Project Milo, which was also demonstrated by Peter Molyneux at E3 in 2009. Molyneux announced that the Kinect technology would be used in a game called Milo and Kate, a story-driven adventure wherein players could interact with a young child and a dog. The child was shown responding to words and phrases in real time, as well as the emotional tone in which they were expressed. The game never actually saw the light of day, however, and its legitimacy remains somewhat doubtful. This was only the first in a long line of tricks and fibs that were used to sell the Kinect. Watching the Milo demonstration back, you almost feel sorry for Molyneux. What this industry does with this will change the landscape of games that we play, he says, when in actual fact, we got a load of voice command gimmicks, a frickin' dancing Han Solo, and yet more plastic tat to store next to our DJ Hero deck.
Now to end this! Huh? Oh, come on now, this blasted thing!
What are you doing down there? You trying to swat a bee? Because I don't like bees.
No, don't worry, I'm just... what is going on? What are these, inverted controls? Who even uses...
You're that terrible? How terrible can you be? On the contrary, there were some Kinect games considered good.
I had some fun with it. I didn't have enough fun to keep playing it. I'm not that sad that Kinect games stopped getting made, but I do think there were a handful, albeit very few, good experiences with Kinect. A lot of them didn't feel like the developers had a great understanding of how to utilize the Kinect well.
And if we're talking Kinect games I actually liked,
there's like 3.
One of them is definitely Happy Action Theater.
The biggest drawback to the camera are the games. It seems like for every standout title there are at least 2 terrible ones.
But with the bad outweighing the good, the poor reception of the peripheral had people giving the shifty eye to even ones considered good. Even when an updated version came to the successor of the Xbox 360, that being the Xbox One, the reception wasn't much better, with the feature being removed from later editions of the new console even. Since then, there's been one more unique, non-Windows variant of the Kinect that Microsoft has released called the Azure Kinect in 2019, but by that point Microsoft has given up gaming with the Kinect entirely. Sonic Freeriders was a launch title for the Xbox 360's Kinect, debuting alongside the peripheral to be an Xbox 360 exclusive in late 2010. The game would garner a harsh lambasting, with the main culprit being its less than stellar controls. The controls weren't just bad, but so bad that it was seemingly impossible to figure out how the system even functioned in general, leading to many just bumping into walls aimlessly. As a result of the poor reception, it is often blamed as the reason for why a new Riders game hasn't surfaced since then. There would be future racing games for the Sonic franchise, such as Sonic & All-Stars Racing Transformed in 2012, that in of itself being a sequel to 2010's Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, and even Team Sonic Racing in 2019, but nothing for the Riders spin-off series since in terms of a new entry. With all of that out of the way, you all must be asking just what were my experiences with the game, from the 80 plus videos of gameplay that I have to say about said game. Sure thing, friend! Right after I describe everything else besides the actual controls of Sonic Free Riders. What? Don't look at me like that. You gotta save the best for last, you know.